Very early in my life, I realized that there are three things which are given to you at your birth. And that all applies not only to me, but all of us. I was born in a family and was raised in a Hindu way. By the time I was 8, I had already listened to Ramayana, Gita, Mahabharata, and my father and mother has told me that whatever answers you find in life, you can find in these books. When I was going to school, I was sent to a boarding school at the age of 8. I was taught that I am born in one of the best countries in the world. Being born in India, I am hardly a privileged person, because India is not an ordinary country. It's a country with a heritage which no other country has. It has values which no other countries have. I studied in Scindia school, which take special pride to teach in a Hindu way. Our dresses were different, though it was boarding school. It was made by Maharaja Gwalior, and he wanted to give to the students an Indian way of life, a Hindu way of life. And that's what I grew with. As I went to US for studies, I realized that all my friends and colleagues who came from different countries, from different religions, were constantly challenging about the greatness of Hinduism as well as the greatness of India. They had their own countries, they had their own religions, and they were naturally very proud of their countries and their religion. In the first semester, as I was studying, I keep fighting for my religion, my country, and they kept fighting for their religion, their countries. By the end of the first semester, we realized that we are not going to go anywhere like this. So we decided to drop our countries and drop our religions and become friends. And I think then we found that there were a lot of things common between us. But naturally, one thing which kept on reminded me that why is that India is not moving at the speed with which US was going across. The lifestyle there was very different. The type of business they do was very different. The tools they use in the business was very different. And I decided right there that I'll bring these new technologies to India. And when I came back to India, that's why it started. I started bringing new technologies. And as soon as I tried to bring these new technologies regarding office automation, copiers, fax, or whatever, I realized for every technology you bring in, there was laws. There were laws in this country. So you have to get the laws changed. You have to get first the law changed before you could get that technology in. And I did that. I started working for changing laws, and I think we got about 10 to 15 laws changed in the 30 years I brought these new technologies. Last one was mobile service. But then we realized as we made these law changes take place, I came to understand the whole political system of this country, including what the politician can do, bureaucrats can do, technologists can do. And that was a great experience. And through that, we learned how to, do business in India. It was not till my younger daughter, who was 15 at that time, came to me, and she said that her elder brother claims that he is my only child. And I said, how it can be? So I called him. So when I called my son and I asked him, why you say you are my only child? He said, I didn't say I am your only child. I said, I am your only son. I have 2 daughters and 1 son. So I said, only son what is the reason of saying it? Even if you are my only son, everybody knows it. Why you are claiming that you are my only son? He said, no, I am the only one who is going to heritage your wealth. So I am the one who are going to take Modi name forward. And as such, I am the only child which matters. Uh, so I realized, my daughter at that time was 58, that that's actually true. I was also the son of my father. And as such, though I have 6 sisters, they never got any heritage, what I did with my brothers. So my daughter asked me this question that, am I going to deprive of the heritage? That made me study the Hindu law. And I realized that under the Hindu law in the country, that's true. The sons only get the heritage. So I told her, look, why you worry, there's enough wealth, I can give you what I like. She said, no, that's not the point. The point is, do I have the heritage or not? So after that, I got a chance when I was 50 to join the Hindu Parishad, Global Hindu Parishad. So I moved this change of law, which was required that not only the woman, the daughter, but the son, but the daughter should also get equal share. And I was happy that by 2005, the law got changed. By that, my daughter had become 22. And she came to me that now, as I'm going to also have the heritage, I have to prepare myself. And that's when she went ahead and did further studies. She did her courses, which were more than what my son did. And she got ready for, taking charge. Now she's 30, and she's naturally equal partner with my son. Then I realized that there are 3 things which were something which I was not what I was, chosen. This was given to me. I was born as a Hindu. I was born in India, and I was born as a male gender. Now, naturally, these 3 things applies to all of us, and that normally defines your life. That's the life you lead, and that's the life you die. And that's happening around the world. It's nothing to do with India. It's nothing to do with Hinduism. It's nothing to do what's happening in this part of the world. It happens all over the world. And that's when we started thinking how to get over this, how to move forward with this. These are the only 3 things which define us: the religion, the country, and the gender. Or as a human being, we can come out of these 3 things and work on a global consciousness level and be as one group. Now, with the new technology like Facebook and Twitter and Google, today we know that it does not matter which country you come from. Even in your address, email, nobody knows where you come from. Through mobile phones, nobody knows where you are. So I think the country has already lost its meaning. Religion, to many extent, now most of the people do believe there is one God. I don't think we are in that debate that there are many gods. Even if you are Christian or a Muslim or Hindu, we all realize that it's not possible to have many gods. If there is a God, it can be only one. And even if it's there, God or not, what shape it is, that's a different debate altogether. But we have got over that part of situation. Even on gender, I think with the students who are coming out of college nowadays, and with the amount of brain power which women has shown, and how they have moved forward in the world, it hardly makes any difference whether you are man or woman. In fact, it has become, as a parent or as a brother or as a sister, I think it's immaterial. The parents are as proud of their daughters than they are of son. And I think gender has hardly any differences which are there. The one thing which is still bothering people is this nationality. The nationality is still so strong in people's mind that everybody wants to retain his culture, everybody wants to retain his language, everybody wants to retain his identity, as if he is not maintaining that, he will be nobody. And I think that angle, we thought that let's start a new body. And that's why we started calling ourselves global citizens. So last year, I took a Singapore citizenship. I moved out of Hinduism. I said I could belong to any religion, and I am not no longer calling myself as a Hindu. And I decided that all religions belong to me. And it's not me, there are many people like us. So we are a group of people now emerging which call themselves global citizens. And we are looking at seeing the world from a different way. We don't get involved in local party politics. We involve in national politics. For us, it doesn't matter which party it belongs. We see what is good for each country and what is the youth required to move in that country. What is that disadvantage the youth have in that country? For example, in Singapore, there is a law that if you are till 35, if you are a single, you cannot get government housing. And 80% of the houses, they are government and they are highly subsidized. That means till 35, if you are single, you have to stay with your parents. Now that is a very unjust law, and we have moved to change it to 25. That is, after 25, a boy or girl should have a choice and should be able to have his own house. Because they cannot have their house, their birth rate has gone down. People are not able to have children, and normally in today's world, the young people like to mingle before they marry. They want to test out whatever the boys or girls they want. I think the virginity is not the criteria of marriage anymore. And as such, it is important to have your own place if you want to able to start your own life. So we have moved this 35 to 25 age. In India, there is a very silly law which does not allow people to give wealth. Somebody was saying there's a shortage of wealth or shortage of money in NGOs. The shortage is not because there is no compassion in people's mind. Shortage is not that Indian businessmen will not like to give 50 or 60% of their wealth away. The problem is with the law. The law in this country is that in India, if you give money, then you have to pay tax. To give money, you have to pay tax. So we did a study worldwide, and we found that in America, there is a simple law. If you do any charity, if you do anything which you give to any organization which is doing the work which government is supposed to do, like we just heard the garbage girl here, then that money is tax-free. There's no tax on that. And this law is in US. It has been there for years. And that's why you see all these NGOs. It's not that the US people only have the passion or compassion, and they are the only people working worldwide, and there are so many NGOs of US is so successful. Because the law there is that you can give your wealth away. And I think that's the need of India. So what we have decided in Global Citizen Forum is to get the laws changed in various countries, which are coming in the way for giving support to the youth in this country. So yesterday I had a chance to meet RSS head, Mohan Bhagwat. So I went to meet him because the elections are coming, and I know that RSS plays a big role in deciding who will be the BJP candidate for prime ministership. And naturally, the Congress is, we have Rahul Gandhi right there. So, so I asked him, so he said, I fully agree with you. But the problem with Dr. Modi is that in this country, there are 45 parties. Any law change required will require 45 party support. So I said, that should not be difficult. 45 party support and so many businessmen who are paying so much taxes and want to give so much money, 45 parties is a catwalk. And we have got many laws changed. He said, if you can get letters from 45 parties, the law will get changed. So we said, fine, that's a very path to get the laws changed. And I think that's what we should do in India. And I'm talking same thing in China. In China, there's a very silly law in Shenzhen. Now, Shenzhen is only 45 minutes away from Hong Kong. The youth of Shenzhen naturally like to visit Hong Kong. Now, Shenzhen, there is a law that you cannot visit Hong Kong. 45 minutes away, you can't go there. So I met a lot of youth there, And they said, we like to walk on the Hong Kong streets. We like to at least be there, change our lifestyle a little bit. And I can see their pain because I lived in a town nearby, and the only salvage for my lifestyle was I used to come to Delhi. If I wouldn't come to Delhi from Modinagar, the lifestyle will be very boring. So I said, why can't you change this law? They said, no, it cannot be changed. So we are having a seminar there because these are, laws which bring youth at a disadvantage. And I think the solution for changing the world is change the laws of the country, because every society and country works on certain laws, and once the law change, I'm sure the equalization factor will come in force.